what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to TV8's Good Morning Vail for this Monday, September 5th edition. I cannot believe we are 5 days into November. I feel like I just blinked yesterday, and it was flippin' May. It has gone by so quickly. I cannot even process that we're getting so close to ski season right around the corner, but I am really excited for it to start being a little bit cooler out there. I love some good old sweater weather. Happy Labor Day, everyone. This is a really exciting holiday. We just did some research on the history of it, and thank goodness for those labor unions who have stepped forward and fought very hard for us to all enjoy this day. Now, there's some great national holidays besides Labor Day to celebrate today, like National Cheese Pizza Day. I love cheese pizza. I hope you love cheese pizza. It is also National Be Late for Something Day, which I feel like is a good holiday because I tend to cut it very close, right to the minute I am there, or if not, I'm 2 minutes late. So I have a tendency to just be a couple minutes late, but as closely as I possibly can be. So this is a good day to celebrate yourself if you are someone who is just naturally a little bit later than anticipated. We've got a really good show in store for you, as yesterday we teased you with some great fly fishing that I did with Mark Sassy at Minturn Anglers. We showed you yesterday how you'll gear up and then how you'll tie some knots, learn about some hooks and some flies, and then we hit to the water, and we're going to show you hitting the water today. And then I've got a really fun life hack, and you know how much I love to try these life hacks. So I've got a fun life hack to show you where I'm going to be making cinnamon rolls in a waffle iron to see if we can make cinnamon roll waffles, only because I think that sounds delicious, and I think it's going to be a great way to kind of take the peeling and pulling of cinnamon rolls away and just have them nice in that waffle form where you can grab them and go. Absolutely, you could just dip them right into that icing and be perfectly ready. So we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast, and then we've got so much more Good Morning Vail coming your way, and we've got a lot of fun things happening, so stick around for the next hour.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring or fall. You're home in the Rockies that has it all, y'all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee is brewing and you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. So we were talking a little bit about some fly fishing that we were doing yesterday. Well, now today we're going to go hit the water with Mark Sassy from Minturn Anglers. And I will tell you what, I have never gone fly fishing before, so this was a completely new experience for me. So let's hit the water and take a look.
So we went through the knots, we went through the insects a little bit.
Yeah.
You're geared up, and now the fourth piece of it all is, for one, you have a fly rod. We make sure we have the right flies tied onto it. And then we also try to figure out where in the river do you go and fish, because you can't just fish anywhere and expect to catch fish.
Right.
The fish congregate in certain areas for certain reasons, okay? So, if you were a fish in the middle of the summer, and you understand that warmer water temperatures
Are unhealthy.
Mm-hmm. And you know that the water is colder the deeper you go, right?
And the more in the shade you are.
So if you were a fish, would you rather hang out in the shallow, sunnier water, or maybe the shaded, maybe the deeper water?
Definitely the deeper water.
Okay. So that's one thing to think about. So when we stand here and you look around, there's certain places that are shaded and shallow, sunny and shallow, sunny and deep, shaded and deep. Anywhere for starters where there's deeper water, you're probably going to find fish, okay?
Right.
So keep that in mind when you fish. The guides obviously will take you out and show you where to cast and how to cast and what you're supposed to do with the rod to manipulate it to present the fly to the water so it looks as natural as possible to the fish.
Okay.
If you cast the rod out and your fly hits the water and then the current starts dragging your fly faster than the water's moving, it doesn't look natural. The fish probably won't eat it.
Right.
Okay? So we have a technique, it's called mending, where you actually create slack in your line after you cast it. So you get as long of a natural float with the speed of the current as you can with your fly.
Okay.
And mending is a big part of fishing with the dry flies. It's a big part also with the indicators and the nymphs, but it's more with the dry flies because they're so affected by all the currents, and they're honestly supposed to just sit on top of the water and float as calm as possible. Okay? On the flip side of that, flip side,
Got it. Flip
if you're a
side.
grasshopper and you live in a tree or live on the shore, okay, let's just say Maddie's a grasshopper.
I'm a grasshopper.
She lives in the bushes.
I
And
live
she's
in the
on
bushes.
a branch, and the wind comes and knocks you off the branch into the water, okay?
I'm gonna panic to get out of there
Okay,
as quickly as
perfect.
possible.
So when you're fishing with a grasshopper, it's not as imperative for it to float as calm as possible because in real life, grasshoppers are panicking a little bit. So
Right.
they're gonna flutter around a little bit. So if that fly moves every once in a while, it's okay,
Okay.
all right? If you're fishing with a tiny little dry fly that is very well aware of being in the water, they're gonna sit perfectly still. So if you can't make that fly sit still, the fish is gonna know and it probably won't go up and eat it, okay?
Okay.
All right. With that being said, this is a short fly rod. This is a 7-foot 3-weight rod. Most of the rods we fish with are 9-foot 5 weights. That's pretty common. But for smaller water, smaller flies, this is a great rod, okay?
Okay.
Rods come in different stiffnesses like skis and golf club shafts, right?
Got it.
This one's got a real soft front end, so it's going to be real noodly, okay? They make rods that are much stiffer for different applications, okay?
Got it.
Okay, so once you figure out what the application is you're going to fish in, if you end up fishing down the road, then that's the direction you go with finding the right action for your rod, okay?
Got it.
Okay. We tied on the hopper,
It's pink.
and what do we have behind it, Maddie?
The hook and a little dropper.
That's a dropper behind it, okay? So a hopper dropper. So this is going to float on the surface, and this one is going to sink down, a couple feet,
Okay.
okay? If the fish eats that one, this one's going to disappear,
Got it.
or the fish might actually come up and eat that.
Okay.
But first, I want to kind of show you a little bit of casting so you can
Okay.
kind of start with that. So let's come back over here. We're going to cast kind of in that direction, okay?
All right.
So, did
Got
you ever
it.
spin fish have you ever used a
Yeah.
spinning rod?
Yeah.
So really, it's all, with a spinning rod, Maddie, it's all about the weight of the lure that sends it out to the target, right?
Right.
Right, does that make sense?
Yeah.
All you do is press the button and cock your wrist and let it go.
Right.
With a fly rod, there's no weight built into these little flies, right? So you can't rely on the fly.
You got to rely on yourself.
You got to rely on yourself partially, but it's all about the casting motion to get the fly out to the target. So unlike spin fishing where you just go back and you whip it, you got to have a little rhythm to it, okay? It's not
Okay.
about power, it's about finesse.
Got it. All about the finesse.
Especially with a smaller rod and smaller water. So I'm going to pull out some of this fly line and show you some of the basics, okay?
Okay.
We bring it back and we just gently toss it out, right?
Okay.
And then you follow it. See that?
Yep.
We're not doing a lot of this. We don't need to. We'll pull out a little more fly line and we'll gently toss it out, okay? And we'll follow it. That's pretty natural, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If we need to do a mend, basically after you cast, you take the tip of the rod, picture it like a paintbrush, and you're going to paint your fly line into a backwards C with a fly line, okay? So like this. You go like this, and then we're going to go like that with it, right? See how we made a big loop now?
Yeah.
Now once we do that, the current's going to affect that first and not your fly. So when you're fly fishing, mending is a big piece of it all the time.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
All right, we saw that first segment of me getting out there, hitting the water, and that sounds pretty nice right now. We've been seeing those warmer temperatures. Now, something we do want to note before you get out there to do any fly fishing activities is that you are checking the water temperatures. Now that we've seen these warmer temperatures roll through, it's really important that we keep the fish nice and safe, and so there are some mandatory fishing closures taking place along the river, especially the Eagle River, and for more information, you can always call the experts at Minturn Anglers. But let's hit the water again with Mark Sassy.
So
The mending.
Yeah, so mending is creating slack line in the line between your rod and the fly. So you cast it out, then you make a C backwards. Current's going to affect that first and not your fly. You cast it out, you take the tip and make a little C. See that? Little C backwards. Little C. And then sometimes during one cast, you'll make 10 of these to keep creating slack. And depending upon what the current's doing, if there's an eddy and it's coming back at you, you'll do a downstream mend and then an upstream mend. You're always watching that fly to get it to be as natural as possible in the water. Okay. And we don't need to slam it down. Okay?
I got it, the
It's all
finesse.
about waiting and then just let it go out nice and easy.
Okay.
And then do a little mend, okay? Another suggestion for you, you make the cast, and then that line will go behind your finger, okay?
Okay.
If you get a bite, you lock that finger and you gently pick the rod tip up.
Okay.
And the fish will go the other way and they'll set the hook on themselves. You don't need to
Yank
pull
it.
the head off the fish.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, let's just try a little bit to start, okay?
Okay.
Nice and easy.
And I do it with the hand that I use as my dominant hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you out. So you go ahead, you should do one first. Okay. Point your rod tip where you want it to go. So picture
Okay.
over there, okay?
Right.
You don't need two hands. Get rid of that hand. Loosen up your shoulder, loosen up your elbow, and just go nice and easy up and nice and easy down, okay? One thing you're doing automatically, picture the face of a clock over your shoulder right here,
Okay.
right? There's midnight, there's noon. That's 10 o'clock. Look right here, 10, 2. Try to stay between like 10 and 1-ish, okay?
Okay.
Front cast, you just came back to about 6 o'clock on the back cast.
Got it.
Okay, so try to stop up high and then put it right out there. It'll come out, it'll go out better, okay? Okay, give it a little bit more of a, give it a little more pop off the water. Pop to stop, go. Better, yeah, see that?
Okay.
And once you get that basic down, then you can try doing one of those mends. 3 o'clock, Maddie, try one.
Watch out. I don't want to hit you with the...
You're okay, you got this.
Oh, no, it's not there. It's there.
good.
It's there. It's there. Okay, I thought I lost it for a second. Oh, 3 o'clock, Mark.
Awesome. That was better. That was better right there. Okay, so now while you're doing it, look up here and see where your rod is. You do your cast and see where you go. Go forward. There you go. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Put one out there and then do a little mend for me. And that's right. You just want to wiggle the tip of the rod just a little bit. One more time. Let me show you. If you pull it too hard, you're going to drag the fly, right?
Right.
So it's really just very subtle.
Okay.
Just the tip of the rod, okay?
Just a little C.
Little. Gentle C. There you go.
Okay.
But you want to make sure that you're seeing the C, right?
Right.
And we have that leader. Let me put a little more line out so you can actually see the fly line. Okay, now watch. Out there. See the C in the water right here?
Yeah.
Yep. So just make sure you're kind of
I got to get my power stance on that.
We're falling. You don't need a power stand. Okay, maybe you do. Here you go.
I think the power stance brings some confidence in it.
Okay. Little men. Okay. Okay. Shoot more towards the camera.
Okay.
Okay. Now take this hand, let go of the fly line. Pull a little bit of line out with your hand out of the reel. Pull it out. Now pinch it off again. And then wiggle the tip and let that line come out. Okay, now do it again with a little more line, okay? Don't come back so far. The more line you keep out, the more line you cast with, the less far you have to come back.
Okay.
Okay, because there you go, good. And try not to drag it if you can, all right? Now, if we didn't just stir all the water up with camera guys and with what's going on, there's a good chance with what you have happening right now that you possibly could catch a fish. But I think with what we're up against, Probably not, but that's fine because this is a training camp of sorts, right?
Right.
I think the plan will be to approach this again with our next little installment with you actually on the water. I have all my stuff and we're actually going to go and fish, and we're going to fish until we catch fish.
I love it.
But this is just, here, pass me that. That's just one way to present, okay?
Okay.
I mean, there's times when you'll see people and they'll be doing a lot of this kind of stuff, right? They're going to carry a lot of line in the air, right?
Right.
To go really far, because that's the cool thing to do, because they all saw a river runs through it.
Right.
And you can mend that far too, like that, see? But you don't always have to fish far like that. You can always also fish nice and close. And this is a smaller, more wiggly rod, so fishing far like that, you lose a lot of control once you start incorporating a lot more distance into it. But there is a lot of different things that we can do, okay? So if the hopper dropper isn't working, oh, see that wiggle?
Yeah.
That could have been a fish. If the hopper dropper isn't working, then we're going to have more flies to find something that will work.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think so far about this whole fishing thing?
I think it's great until I have to touch the fish.
And that's part of it. That's why you have a fishing guide with you, right?
Right.
Or a net.
Well, that's why you're going to teach me.
Well, let me explain real quick. So, for me, since I've been kind of fishing for a long time, I have more enjoyment sometimes not actually fishing, but watching other people fish and catch fish. So, that's another piece that people can get out of doing what we do.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's about a way to disconnect and to be out on the river. It's pretty mesmerizing, isn't it? Peaceful?
It's
right?
so peaceful.
I saw fish rising over there. I thought maybe we could get it. So what do you say? Next up, we actually go and do it all, okay?
I'm in.
You are?
I'm so in. Yeah, the journey has started. Now we have to finish it.
Yeah, but then that's the start. Once it's finished, it's started.
I know.
Because then you have to do it more.
Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
come hang out with you and have you take me.
I love it. Okay, I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
All right, everybody. Mark and Maddie, we'll be right back. Have a good day. Be safe. Don't fall.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring or fall, you're home in the rocket that has it all, y'all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee is brewing and you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
When we think libraries, we only think books, but that is not the case here at the Eagle Valley Library District, as they are the emporium of possibilities. And oh man, do we have possibilities behind us. And we've got Tegan Davis to walk us through all of the fun things.
Yeah.
Tegan, thank you so much for meeting us.
Oh, thanks for coming and exploring with us. We appreciate that.
Exploring is the perfect word, especially because everything that's around us, you can take on an adventure.
You can, and hopefully adventures will be had with these. So that's what we wanted to supply. We have an outdoors community, so we wanted to have some materials to get people outside and enjoy their hobbies.
And so starting kind of on the far end, we've got some nice trekking poles. If you just need that little bit of support, you don't want to buy them, maybe you just need them for one solid 14er.
Right.
This is the place to come.
Or you want to test them out before you commit, or you have some guests or family coming in, and this is a good way to get them on the hill, and it does reduce the impact on your knees especially. So I highly recommend trekking poles.
And it's so nice. All you have to do is get a library card and you can come in and take
Check them out.
any of the fun stuff that we're going to talk about. Okay, so next.
Okay, adventure pack. So you got your children, your family, you're out in Sylvan Lake. There's bugs. You can collect them. You can look at them. You can work on your orientation skills. We've got all sorts of goodies in here. And this bag is actually curated by Walking Mountains. And then we partnered with them they curated the bag and then we check it out so that you can get some nature education as you're out and about with your family. There's all sorts of fun things. This one's my favorite, cup the bug, and then you can really look at it. So magnifying glass, there's just all sorts of fun, amazing things in this pack.
Are you bold enough to just cup the bug? I would have to do it on the ground.
Most likely on the grounds.
Yeah.
I had one when I was little and I got a bee and I was very afraid to let go of the bee.
Right, you were like, it's going to be angry when it comes.
And then new to the collection of our library of things, we have disc golf. So there are courses within the valley. And so if you're new to the sport and you want to try it, we have the disc for you. Give it a whirl, have a good time outside. And then we also have bocce ball. So if you got some bunch of friends, again, if you don't want to commit, you just want to try it, we have a set for you to check out at the library.
Or if you're just doing like a weekend barbecue and you just need that little bit of yard entertainment, this is the place to come because you guys have everything.
We're working on it, and so this is part of Library of Things, and so we are in collection of things for people to check out.
All right, we're just going to keep going because there's so many objects around me. I feel like we have to get through them all.
Good. So what you're holding right now is a solar-powered light that you can use camping, and you can hook up your phone and it will charge it for you so that you can be out and about on the mountains and not worry about your phone dying.
Or the battery pack dying because it's solar. Amazing. We love when things are good for the environment.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to grab this lovely red bag and bring it right over here for you to talk all about.
Okay, so this was a partnership with Colorado Parks and Wildlife, and this is the State Park Pass. There's 42 state parks that you can travel to. You can come to the library, check out a state park pass for 7 days, and visit the park for free. In the bag, of course, includes some, some guidebooks, flora, fauna, so you know what you're looking at. But yeah, it's a great thing to take along and explore Colorado with.
The adventure pack and
Pairs nicely.
so nicely because then you can be looking at flora, fauna under the little cupping microscope and really just get your education on.
Get immersed into our wildlife and into our atmosphere of Colorado.
And then maybe you're missing some camping gear. As summer approaches, you're like, oh man, we're 2 chairs short for this camping trip.
Or you have someone tagging along that you weren't expecting. We do have camping chairs. So you can check out a camping chair, or if you want to go and you want to see the live concerts here in Avon and you forgot all your gear and you didn't schlep it over, come to the library with your library card and you can check out some stuff.
It's so easy, and I think people don't understand the possibilities that come from being a card holder at the library here with the Eagle Valley Library District. You guys not only have so many opportunities for great products to check out, but you also have so many great programs people can participate in as well.
We do, and so this summer we have our summer learning program for all ages, so you can win prizes for reading. So we're trying to make it fun all summer long, as well as free programs for kids all the way up to adults. So kids, teens, adults, stop on by, get your reading log, earn prizes for reading, and have a good time this summer at the libraries.
And then let's just talk about the process of getting a library card because I just got mine and it took all of 5 minutes.
You just need to come in with photo ID. It can be your driver's license, it could be your ski pass, your gym pass, anything with your picture on, and you will walk out the door with a library card. We try to make it so simple.
It's that simple for people to have access to all of these great items and all of these things that you may want to have throughout the summer.
Exactly, for free. So come on in, get your library card, and you can check all this out for free and have a good time.
Tegan, thank you so much for taking the time and walking us through all of the possibilities here at the library. It always blows my mind what you guys have to offer.
Well, thank you for coming in and exploring with me.
We're going to take a short break. I'm going to take this adventure pack. We're going to go look at some bugs, and then we'll come back with more of the show.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. So we used to do that life hack segment that was a ton of fun where we showed you weird ways to peel fruit or slice cake with dental floss or whatever it was. Well, I just found a new one, and I was just so generously gifted this teeny tiny little waffle maker. And so I think that it's really important that I put this to use, and what better way to do so than doing it with all of you, getting to be here present and see what creations we're going to come up with. And so I've got a fun idea. We are going to take some nice cinnamon rolls. We're going to open them up, and then we're going to roll the cinnamon rolls just a little bit, and we're going to make them in the waffle iron and see if we can make cinnamon roll waffles, because I don't think that there's anything more fun than doing weird things with food. So this is the worst part of the cinnamon rolls, is when you have to pop it open and it makes that noise, and then you startle and jump like I do every single time. But then we're going to use the icing as the frosting, and I'm really excited. I'm going to make the boys come on camera and try these with me as soon as we get some made. So we're going to start out with 3. Yeah, we're going to roll these out a little bit. So I brought my rolling pin. Just nice and flatten them out. Oh, I didn't really know what to put on the rolling pin to make it work and not stick to it, because I feel like if I put flour on it, it would just be kind of gross. And so we're just going to wing it like this. It's my favorite activity to do. And then, of course, you have to spray your waffle iron. All right. Now we're just going to place this guy in here and see what happens. And I love these experiments because I think they're a ton of fun. I love to make cinnamon rolls. I feel like if this works out, this will be a really fun thing that you can do with the kids. I have little brothers, and one of them has taken to cooking recently, which is quite hilarious because he thinks that he's a master chef with his waffle and pancake skills, but he's also not allowed to use certain items in the kitchen like I am. They told me no real knives, so I have a butter knife to help me through this experiment. But we're gonna roll some of these out. I don't know if you can hear it sizzling. There's definitely some noises coming out of there. Maybe we try 2 on the next one. Maybe we just get weird with these and see what happens as we're rolling out all these cinnamon rolls. Now I have to make all of them like this, which is gonna be great. And so this is gonna be really fun, because then what a quick, easy way to do breakfast, and also kind of unique and kind of like DIY, which I love to do. And we're gonna see if this works as a life hack. Now, if you have a big waffle iron at home, I bet the best way to do it would be like 4 of them like this, and then crush them in the waffle iron. Oh man, okay, that looks really good. I'm excited. I think this is gonna work. I just don't know how we're gonna know if these are all the way cooked through, but that's a nor here nor there problem, because I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna have one of the boys eat it, so it's fine if it's not all the way cooked through. We're just gonna push it down a little bit more. Still sizzling just a little bit. I love to bake. Now, if I could, I would have music on and we'd be like singing and dancing and twirling, but I can't do that right now. So I'm gonna keep my baking very professional, even though I forgot my apron. And we're gonna just check this out. Oh my gosh, look at that. I wonder if it's cooked all the way through. Well, okay, regardless, that looks pretty great to me. And it was pretty small, so maybe I'm thinking we do 2 on the next one. But then I don't know cook time, if that needs to change at all. I'm gonna re-grease this, drop that guy right in there and smush it down. Oh yeah, that sizzle. These are the best little waffle irons. This was such a great gift. This was a birthday present from one of my best friends, and I have literally not used it until this very moment on TV, and I'm really excited about it. I'm just gonna put some frosting on here. Let that melt a little bit because it's so warm. And then they're like easier than real cinnamon rolls because they don't fall apart, but we're gonna see how this turns out. I really am so excited that I'm doing this, and especially where if it turns out terribly, then you all get to experience the terribleness with me. That I don't know why makes me so much happier about doing this weird experiment, but I like it. All right, let's see this. Oh man, like that one looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna roll all these out too. That way we're nice and prepared, and we've got everything as we need to have it. I feel like I should have put flour down, but that's all right. We'll just keep winging it. Man, look, that looks so good now. Oh, I'm gonna become like a food chef hack human because this is the only way I know how to cook. Oh, this is great. Okay. Looking good to you back there, Brett? Smelling good, right? Yeah, yeah. Smelling pretty good over here. We'll see how they taste. I'm gonna see if it's yummy or if this is really undercooked and it just looks good on the outside. I just don't want that one to burn. Oh no. Okay. Making a mess. I really don't like when sticky things touch my hands. Wow. Back to the knife. The roll technique. Oh, look, it's all pretty and cinnamony, and this looks really good. It smells really good. I'm just gonna keep adding these to the counter for all of the people that work here at the TV station. We'll just start sharing. I'm gonna cut into this one though. I wanna see what it looks like on the inside, see if it's done. Looks pretty done. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like nice and the frosting got all melted so you don't need syrup for it. And it just looks delicious. It kind of looks like a better version of an Eggo, which if you're a child who grew up eating Eggo waffles, then I still eat Eggo waffles sometimes because I think they're wonderful, because I'm a child still. So this is a good experiment. Turns out this is a solid life hack. Now I'm just gonna keep making them. Now I've got so much time to just sit here and make cinnamon roll waffles. And this way you can do this at home. And like I said, it's easy, it's simple. It's not too messy. Very few things are being used, just the waffle iron, the roller, and the cutting board. Oh no, I stole the cinnamon out of that one. And then you can do this with the kids. That's the best part. So I like when I find these life hacks for my mom, and then she's like, oh, your little brothers tried it, and it worked for them too. Because then it's wonderful. Whoops, put that right there, right in front of it. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna keep cranking out cinnamon roll waffles now. Who knew? This is such a fun time. It's like baking, but better. Well, I guess that was pretty easy, pretty quick. Make sure that you do this at home, and then if you do it, you let us know how it goes for you, only because this is absolutely a ton of fun. We're gonna try these off camera only because I have a slight fear of them being disgusting. And if you've seen any of the past cooking segments, you know that if I I eat something on camera that I don't like, you can tell immediately by my face. We're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Cinnamon roll waffles seem to be a really great idea, and I think everyone should do that. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Maddie Evans. Now, we are going to take a look at this beautiful property at 1250 West Haven with Ty Stockton because it is absolutely gorgeous. This is right there in West Vail. It's like a little slice of heaven, and we're going to show you exactly why. And make sure that you get out there, you call Ty, and you go look at this house because it is breathtaking. It's in a great location, and the amenities. Oh man, wait till you see. Let's go take a look. Compass is the front runner for real estate brokers here in the Vail Valley, and how lucky are we to be on location with the one and only Ty Stockton at this incredible house. Thank you so much for meeting me here.
Absolutely, and I wanted you to come out. You know, normally we meet you in the studio and we talk about all of our great homes and all the unique features, and this one is so amazing. I mean, especially during the summertime with the gardens, the outdoor fire pit, the outdoor kitchen, which is behind us actually here now, or in front of us, but having this setting, we just had to do it on site today, right?
We had to, only because this is a place that's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get to live here, and right now people can take advantage of that opportunity and get their hands on this incredible backyard, which is breathtaking.
Yeah, and then, you know, we'll get around to talking about the inside of the house, but because it is so amazing, these homeowners bought the house and they made this big commitment because they're from Texas and they love these idyllic temperatures that we have here where you can sit outside all day and enjoy it. So they really literally brought a few companies in and constructed this whole area out here, and it feels like a complete oasis just behind their house. And this is literally an additional room to the house that is not figured in the square footage as we calculate things, but between the outdoor dining and the sitting and, you know, gazing and being in the hot tub, you know, this is another whole room in and of itself. So
which allows you to just enjoy everything that Vail has to offer. Like you said, the idyllic temperatures, the wildflowers growing in the backyard. And then, of course, we all know and love ski season here in Vail, and that's one of the big drives. And you're so close to the ski runs when you're right here where we're standing.
Yeah, actually the Cascade Lift, which some people may not know about, is kind of a hidden gem because it doesn't get a lot of pressure, so easy to get to. I think off air, if somebody loves this house, I want to talk to them about the Hyatt Gold membership that you can attach to this. So it gives you additional amenities, both accessibility to the lift chair and some of the usage from the Hyatt. But this is great because I'd say maybe not a beginner skier, but intermediate skiers can actually ski home to this house. And excuse me, you have, in general, you have more privacy because we've got almost 7/10 of an acre here, plus all of the Forest Service land behind you. So what you see is going to remain. That privacy is going to stay there. So as we talked about in the summer, it's great, but in the wintertime, ski right home, and then you have this amazing privacy here in Cascade Village. And I want people to discover Cascade Village because it's kind of one of those last hidden gems. You know, we have the core of Vail Village, the Vail Golf Course, which people know about, Spraddle Creek. So some of these more notable neighborhoods, but this happens to be one of my favorite for some of the reasons we're talking about.
Which that's one of the incredible features. The being able to ski home and not be located right in the village is an amenity that you don't get anywhere else. And so to have that in your backyard is incredible in itself. And now let's make our way inside a little bit because this house is breathtaking, from everything from the light fixtures to the molding to the floors. Every little detail that goes into this house is breathtaking.
Yeah, it's a kitchen that a chef would die for, and it opens up to the dining room, the living room, and the sitting area, and it has a rare wood-burning fireplace and these large pane glass windows so you can look to the north, which has a beautiful view of Red and White Mountain, and then, obviously you look out your great room and you see all these beautiful gardens. So, when you've retreated from the outside to go in, you're also treated with great finishes. One of the best builders in town, Schaefer Hyde Construction, built the home, so you can count on great quality, nice private spaces, your own gorgeous master suite with big windows looking outside, and then all the guest rooms are very well appointed. So anybody that stays here feels absolutely lucky that they get to be at 1250 West Haven.
1250 West Haven is the place to be, and there are quite a few bedrooms here, quite a few bathrooms, and so it's a big house. Whether you want to have those guests over or whether you come from a big family like I do where you just have a lot of people to accommodate always, this is the perfect property, and it's got quite a bit of square footage, like you said, so that you do feel like you're isolated if you just maybe need to remove yourself from the craziness of the hustle and bustle of the family.
Yeah, so we have almost 7,000 square feet here, so a lot of room to spread out. 6 bedrooms, so with all ensuite baths, and they have this really cozy little bar area with a potbelly stove. You could throw wood in there in the wintertime and hang out and watch ball games and stuff like that. And it's just one of those houses that when the homeowners and the designers get it right, you feel like you have what I call these sort of moments that you can take in, in the great room in front of the fireplace, and you can have a large family in that one room, and then when everybody wants to go and have some peace and quiet, you can do that, and of course this amazing outdoor space. But what great moments, what great opportunities to really take in different parts of the setting of the house.
And not only is the house magnificent with all of these great amenities, but then you have this garage which acts as the perfect mudroom. So if you are someone who likes to ski and hike and bike and do all of the outdoor activities that we all know and love here, you have access to put them in a safe place always, but then of course a place where you can keep them nice, clean, and in perfect shape to get out there and do it all again.
We know we have that person in the family that likes a garage that looks as well appointed as the house. When you go in, they have the epoxy floors and all the cabinets for all the family members for organization. So when you go into that mudroom off the garage, it's an extension of the house. And here with hiking boots and running boots and snowshoes, and we have so many accessories that we need for engaging in all the activities we have here. A house with a great mudroom is really essential, and we're seeing that become a bigger element. And I love that they made such a great commitment to that space in this house, because that's in a lot of these mountain homes. That's the main room that you enter the house in. The front door is beautiful and a great sense of entry, but everyday living, you come in the mudroom, you drop your dirty clothes, take your hiking shoes off, and then come right into the house. So really special spot to be in.
All the amenities that make this house so unique and such a wonderful place to get to spend your time. It is like a haven in itself, and that's why it's perfect that it's right here on West Haven, because you have your escape, you have the backyard where you can go during the summer, you can enjoy maybe your outdoor cocktail or your outdoor kitchen where you can make the most incredible meals. I can only imagine the fun that has been had in this kitchen, and I feel like this is a house that creates those moments and those core memories for everyone in the family.
Yeah, the homeowners say this room is amazing for them. We have the electronic awning for shade, and you've got heat out here with the fireplace behind me, so you could spend a whole day. But I do want to make sure we make time. We do have a website for the property, 1250westhaven.com, and I encourage people to go there because we put a lot of energy and effort into, we probably have, at last count, I think we have over 50 photos of this house. A beautiful video that shows proximity to where we are, Matterport tours so you can walk around. So even if you're not in the market to buy a home like this, go there and explore it. They're super fun to really gaze at and look and see how people really think about living at a high luxury level in Vail.
Exactly, and the website, you guys always do such a fantastic job. Speaking of putting so much time and effort into making sure people can see all of the amenities, the detailing of every little thing in the website is such an incredible way to really see the home if you're maybe not here in Vail where you can come see the home in person. This is a great way for you to find all of that information, and if people are interested in meeting with you themselves, how can they do so?
Yeah, well, we take great pride in scheduling private, exclusive tours for people. And I love it when my phone rings and somebody says, I just have to see that house. So I'm really easy to reach. My cell phone number is 970-471-2557. Give me a call if this house isn't for you or you're just curious about real estate. We love what we do, and we have some great homes, and we love talking about all of the neighborhoods in the Vail Valley. So.
Ty, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today, showing us this incredible property and giving us all the great information, which makes this house really a home.
Absolutely. It's been fun, and like I said, we wanted to get everybody here on site to see this particular home because it really is special.
It is breathtaking up here, and that's not even a word that I would say captures the beauty in this house. I can't think of a better one.
I think this should be your permanent stop, right? We'll just do live shows from here right on, okay? Let's
right.
talk to the right people about that.
All right, let's make that happen, and then we'll start broadcasting from here, only because it's absolutely incredible. Ty, thank you again for all this information and taking the time with us today.
It's an honor to be on the air with you, and it's our pleasure, so thanks for having us.
Make sure that you get in contact with Compass Realty because it is such a great way to get your fix of the mountain lifestyle here in Vail, and you want to see this house, so check out 1250westhaven.com to take a full tour of the house virtually. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring or fall, you're home in the rocket that has it all, y'all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee is brewing and you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
We want want to thank you all so much for tuning into this edition of Good Morning Vail. Make sure that you get out there, you soak up some of the sunshine while we still have it. I still cannot get over the fact that we are 5 days into September right now. That seems absolutely crazy to me. Thank you all so much again for tuning in, and thanks for participating in all of the fun. I know I had a ton of fun making these cinnamon roll waffles. They're absolutely delicious. We got to try them off camera, and they were nice and warm and gooey when they were fresh. So it's absolutely incredible. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We'll be live here from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and we cannot wait to spend your morning with you. If you are going to get out and hit the river at any point for any kind of fun like fly fishing, make sure that you check those river temperatures. Just that way you can keep those fish nice and safe. And like I said, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Get out there and have a great Monday, everyone.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer